just flipping this over. And I'm going to sew these two together. So what I want to do here is I want to get these dots together right here. Okay. So I'm just going to, let me see, get this here. Okay, and then pull this up along here. And this I've got to kind of go inside that hem a little bit. So it probably would be good to do the hem after you get this vent done. Okay. All right, I think that looks good. So now I'll just start right here at this corner, and then I'll open this up and go all the way down. And see, if you look here, that I want that to line up. So I think that's pretty good. I might move it up just a teeny bit. There, so that it matches. That looks good. Okay, and then just kind of pin that where it goes. Okay, all right, so let's stitch that. Okay, so I've got this corner where I want it to be. Make sure I keep this kind of out of the way. And I want this to be 5/8. I'm just gonna make sure this is not, yeah, get that nice and even at the, so I don't have my guide here, so I've just gotta make sure I can guide that by the foot. Okay. Okay, so now I've got this side done. I want to measure how far this lining is from the hem, and it's 1/2 inch. Good. So now I'm going to go over into this side, and I'm going to start up here at the corner, get the corners together again, or like I did the other side. And then I'm going to go ahead and pin this. And then I want to, here's where this hem is going to be. So I'm 1/2 inch above. So that's where I want this to end up. So I'm going to pull that to the 1/2 inch and go here. And then I've got this pin, so I'm just going to leave this pin good. And then I'm going to sandwich seam this. And I've already trimmed this, but better to trim it after, but I got excited. Trimmed. Anyway, see, when I fold this up, see, then that should be 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch. I mean, sorry, this is 5/8. Here's my 1/2 inch from the hem. This should be 5/8 from the edge. So if you don't trim this after. And then, so, you know, there's my, okay, 5/8. So I've got this in here. So I'm just gonna pin that. And then I'll leave the pins in I already have in because it's holding the lining down. And now I'm just gonna pin this so that I've got it sandwich seam in. So now let's go ahead and sew that. You can do this in 2 steps. You can first sew the lining down and then you can come back and do the sandwich seam. But I'm thinking, why don't we just go ahead and do this at once, if we can get it pinned good. And let's go back a little bit, forward. Okay, and and then I need to go right up into that corner. So I'm gonna and if you want to look and say, oh, yep, I met, good, I'm good, and then go back. Okay, so let's get our thread out of the way. And this one. Okay, and let's look and see what we have. Okay, so if and see, I've already trimmed it, but normally now you would first check it, make sure everything looks good, and then go back. And so let's just flip this out, see what we have. Okay, look at that. I think that's, and then this goes over like that. And looks like they're lining up pretty good here. And this is in just a little bit so it doesn't show on the outside. And like I said, I'll go back and fix this corner. Get a point presser and also a turner and get that. Okay, I think that looks good. Look at this.